Hello, YNABers. My name is Jesse Meekum, and this is podcast number 396 for YNAB, where we teach you 4 rules to help you stop living paycheck to paycheck, get out of debt, and save more money. I want to talk about a feature that, as I record this, is still in testing, but I want to make you aware of it, give you a heads up, give you a preview. It could very well be released, and this is old news to you, but if not, then you're hearing it first here. And also, I'm just trying to grease the skids a little bit on this feature because it is vital that you adopt it immediately. And it is the feature of two-factor authentication. It has been requested of us for a long time, and we have done it. It's just good form. You need to set up two-factor authentication on your YNAB account by going to your account settings and setting it up. Just do the walkthrough. It's very, very simple. There are two-factor authentication apps. I personally really like the app 1Password. We at YNAB use it, and the objective is that you remember one very long, virtually uncrackable, never guessable password that you then use, and you memorize. You don't write it down, you memorize it, and then you use that one password to unlock all of your other passwords, and you don't have any idea what those passwords are because they've been randomly generated. They're long, gibberish, full of strange characters, and you don't use the same password in the same place for anything, ever. It's just good form. And when available, you use two-factor authentication. Lots of people on the Twitter have asked us to offer that, and we now are close to it or have done it. It depends on how quickly we roll it out. We're in testing right now with it, slowly rolling it out, and so far so good. But it's a killer feature. It's a must-have. What it means is that there are two factors that we use to authenticate you. One is your password, and the second one is this unique code that expires and only and is tied specifically to your account. And it would come through your phone or through an app like 1Password, which is why I mentioned it. So you'll get an authentication app on your phone, and then that code is generated, and only the person with your phone and with your password can log in. And you can still set it up to where you don't have to log in every time and things like that. Standard cooking of logins applies. But it's great if someone, by some stretch, happens to use your password, or not use it, find it, and get access to your YNAB data. Now, the nice thing is there is no way to access your bank data from YNAB, but they would be able to see your transactions, and it wouldn't be a fun breach by any stretch. And they would not be able to log in if you have two-factor authentication because they would not have that second token. And everyone's moving this direction. I'm sure you already have two-factor authentication set up on lots of different services. So don't delay. As soon as you hear about YNAB's two-factor authentication, log in and go to your settings and set it up. And if this is the first time you're hearing about it, then that means that it's not quite rolled out to you yet. But if you've already heard about it, I hope this is just old news for you and you turned off this episode long, long before we got to this point. Not very often I talk about the software on the podcast, but this feature is so vital, so important, so helpful to lock down your account even tighter that it's worth mentioning. Until next time, follow YNAB's 4 rules and you will win financially. You've never budgeted like this.